China's recent announcement regarding export controls on rare earth extraction technology is a significant measure to safeguard national security and economic interests. It aims to precisely address the risk of technology diversion and consolidate China's legitimate position in the field of critical minerals. The new regulations on rare earth technology exports introduced by the Ministry of Commerce, which require overseas companies to obtain export licenses before acquiring China's rare earth refining and separation equipment and technology, may appear as a routine policy tightening. In reality, however, they serve as a countermeasure against the technical assistance third-party supply chain. Pakistan, which acquired Chinese rare earth refining equipment and core technologies through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project, has joined hands with U.S. Strategic Metals Company to directly sell refined rare earths to the United States. Such actions undoubtedly touch the bottom line of core interests, making the introduction of new regulations inevitable. Many people believe that China's advantage in rare earths relies solely on resource reserves, but this view only scratches the surface. China accounts for 37% of global rare earth reserves, not an absolute monopoly. What truly solidifies China's position is its technological barrier. China holds 92% of the world's rare earth refining capacity. The entire chain of core processes, from leaching and separation after rare earth mining to the final production of high-purity magnets, is predominantly dominated by Chinese companies. Without Chinese technology and equipment, even countries with rare earth resources like Pakistan can only produce low-purity primary mineral products, which meet the demands of the United States in high-tech and military fields. A simple example is that heavy rare earth elements like dysprosium and terbium require a purity of 99.99% or higher to be used in manufacturing missile guidance systems and high-end chips. Without China's extraction processes and specialized equipment, achieving such precision is difficult even with substantial financial investment. Pakistan previously attempted independent refining, but the resulting product purity was less than 80%, making it difficult to command a good price. It was only after introducing Chinese technology that a qualitative breakthrough was achieved. The latest regulations far exceed previous controls in stringency, bringing 12 rare earth elements and supporting technologies entirely within the scope of controls. More critically, they also bring overseas development projects involving Chinese participation under regulatory oversight. This means that even if Chinese companies build factories overseas, the export of core technologies used must obtain approval, effectively plugging the loophole of technology leakage at the source. This approach of extraterritorial jurisdiction can be considered a masterstroke. After all, there have been attempts by enterprises to establish factories in third countries, repackaging Chinese technology as local achievements for supply to the U.S. This workaround is now completely blocked. The controls are by no means a blanket blockade, but a wise move to precisely target speculative behaviors. The Ministry of Commerce has clearly stated that the new regulations reserve policy space for basic scientific research and technologies required for ordinary patents, ensuring that compliant normal trade remains entirely unaffected. This is like installing a smart valve on rare earth technology exports, capable of blocking hidden flows to sensitive sectors while ensuring the stable operation of the global industrial chain. It is important to remember that global industries such as new energy vehicles and wind power equipment all rely on rare earths. As a responsible supplier, China has never sought to use its technological advantage for hegemony. It simply does not want its technology to be weaponized against its own interests. The U.S. competition for rare earth supply chains is already an open secret. In its efforts to reduce dependence on Chinese rare earths, the United States has been actively seeking alternative sources globally, and Pakistan's rare earth exports are part of this plan. However, the U.S. overlooks the fact that without China's refining technology, even abundant rare earth raw ore is little more than a pile of stones. Previously, when the U.S. imported rare earth ore from Australia, it still had to be shipped to China for refining before being transported back, increasing transportation costs by 30%. The attempt to bypass Chinese technology through Pakistan is clearly a miscalculation. From the initial inclusion of rare earth technologies in the restricted export catalog in 2001 to the further refined controls in the 2025 new regulations, China's governance of rare earths has consistently progressed towards standardization. This upgrade in governance not only protects China's own strategic interests but also demonstrates responsibility for the stability of the global supply chain. After all, rare earths possess dual-use, civilian and military attributes. Once technologies and products flow into sensitive sectors, they can directly threaten international peace and security. Implementing export controls on them is, in fact, an internationally common practice. In essence, this upgrade in rare earth technology controls represents a precise defense of interests. It severs the hidden lines of technology transfer and supply, deters geopolitical speculation, and strengthens China's technological discourse power in the global critical minerals domain.